He stood at the edge of the airport, clutching his suitcase, and took a deep breath. The unfamiliar smell of a new country hit him like a ton of bricks. He had left everything behind, his family, friends, and the only life he knew. The latest news on artificial intelligence in 2026 had promised a world of possibilities. But he was about to find out if it was all hype. As he made his way through customs, he felt a mix of emotions, fear, hope, and uncertainty. What would this new life bring? He had heard stories of people who had made it big in this country. But he had also heard of those who had failed. He thought about all the what-ifs. What if he couldn't find a job? What if he got lost? What if he couldn't make friends? The thoughts swirled in his head like a vortex, making him question his decision. But he pushed on, driven by a determination to succeed. As he stepped out of the airport, the bright sunlight hit him, and he felt a sense of excitement. This was it, his new beginning. He took a taxi to his new apartment, a small studio in a bustling neighborhood. The driver, a gruff but kind man, asked him where he was from. He explained his situation, and the driver nodded knowingly. "You'll be okay, kid," he said. "This city has a way of embracing newcomers." He arrived at his apartment, exhausted but exhilarated. The first few days were a blur of exploration and discovery. He marveled at the towering skyscrapers, the diversity of the people, and the endless options for food and entertainment. But as the days turned into weeks, reality started to set in. He struggled to find a job, and his savings were dwindling fast. He felt like a small fish in a big pond, struggling to stay afloat. If you are enjoying this, like this video and subscribe so you never miss part 2. The days turned into weeks, and the weeks turned into months. He faced rejection after rejection, and his confidence began to wane. He wondered if he had made a mistake, if he should have just stayed in his old life. But he refused to give up. He kept pushing, kept striving, and kept believing in himself. And then, just when he thought things couldn't get any tougher, he stumbled upon an AI-powered job platform that promised to match him with his dream job. It was a glimmer of hope in a sea of uncertainty. Will the dream survive the reality? Find out what happens next in part 2.